That is one big pile of shit.
I know it's a big pile of shit. What's up, it's the Huff. There's a reason for that. Okay? Listen, the reason I play There's a Big Pile of Shit from Jurassic Park
That is one big pile of shit.
is because I experienced a somewhat big pile of shit, a snake pile of shit. Yes, I told you the other day that we have a snake being, housed in our home for winter break. And my son decides he's going to have it out in the basement and kind of play with it and just hang out with it, right? He's on his tablet. He has the snake around his neck. Ha 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 ha. So much fun. It's disgusting, but he enjoys it. So all of a sudden, I hear him go, Dad, Dad, I need your help. I'm like, oh shit, Steve Hissington just bit my son or tried to choke him. I'm running downstairs, ready to dispense some justice. Okay? Gonna make a belt. That's what I'm thinking. Go down there, and it just fucking reeks. It's just poop. And I could not help but laugh. I need you to help me pick this up. I'm like, no. You're the one that wanted this thing, this beast in the house. Okay? And now you got to clean it up. He had to change his shirt. We had to, I got the carpet cleaner out for him so he could clean the couch. It got on a beanbag, so, he had to take that apart, and then we had to we washed that, washed some pillows. The moment that he had, because I guess it sprayed everywhere too. Oh, the dude must have just really had to go because it went all over my son, the couch, and then it shot say 5 feet onto the hardwood. Thankfully, it was on the hardwood. And getting him to clean the hardwood, which has got to be the easiest thing to do when you have to pick up a mess, it was like pulling teeth. Holy crap. I was like, just get a paper towel and swipe it. You'll be fine. No. And he's getting he got those masks, ventilation masks. He's putting those on. For some reason, he put fucking scotch tape on his forehead. Don't know what that was helping with. But it took, just for him to clean the floor part, took about 10 minutes. And he's just like, can you just do it for me? I'm like, no, it's not my snake. I'm the nice guy that let you bring this in the house. So he finally did. And he was gagging up a storm. I tell you what, snake poop has a different smell about it. Don't like it. Not that I like not like I enjoy any aroma of shit. I don't. But that one smells it's weird. It's really not fun to smell. But he finally fucking, cleaned it up. When I asked Steve, I said, Steve Hissington, I said, why'd you shit all over my son, the couch, and the floor? And this is what he said.
Dinner was full.
Yeah. He's the only snake on the planet that speaks, any sort of language other than I thought it was hilarious, though. That joke, plus the fact that my son had to clean up shit. Oh, so gross. So gross. And he was so mad that I wouldn't help him. What do you expect, man? I was like, I've had to clean up your poop when you were a baby, vomit. I've had to clean up cat and dog shit and vomit. I've had to clean it all up. Guess what? Sometimes you just got to deal with it. Don't breathe, wipe. It's so funny. And then he goes, after we're all done cleaning, right? He goes, I think I'm going to take about a 2-day break from holding Steve. Like, yeah, whatever. Then later that night, oh my God, real quick. So I come downstairs and I'm talking to my son. I'm about to say goodnight to him. And I look over at the cage where the snake's in, and Steve's out and about, just, checking things out, and he's just hanging out on like some fake logs that are in there. Then he sees me, and I'm looking at him. Motherfucker starts coming towards me. I swear to God, he traveled like, maybe 8 inches, you know, to come closer to me. And I'm like, nope, nope, no, no. My son's like, what's your problem? That's my problem, bro. That's my problem. If that thing gets out, it's gonna want to come near me. Next thing I know, it's trying to choke out my leg. Don't like it. Don't like it. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. A lot to get into. Today's December 23rd as I record this. And tomorrow's Christmas Eve. My kids are already chomping at the bit to open a present. I feel like if we do, we got to give them like the lamest one possible. Like, oh, here's a pack of batteries. Guess what? You're not going to find out what those go towards till tomorrow. That's a great idea. Ooh, somebody got a pack of AAA. What could that mean? Ooh, Arya, you got double A. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a great idea. Write that down. You might want to do that. Tomorrow we'll have a more Christmas holiday themed vibe for the show. If you got some worst or funniest gifts that you've ever received or given or know of somebody getting, send them in to me at DeHuff Podcast or DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. We can have some fun with those. I have a few, but I was hoping to get some of you guys to chime in as well. And, something that like I'll get into it tomorrow. There's somebody that called HR on somebody for a Secret Santa gift, and I think it was meant to be a joke, and they just clearly don't have a sense of humor. So we'll get into stuff like that. I think we can have a lot of fun with that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. Go ahead and click the like button now. Right now. Don't forget today's show is presented to you by Kirkwall Group, as well as Game Time PDR. PDR stands for Paintless Dent Repair. And of course, Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. They got the earliest odds. They got in-game live betting. Bet Online provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. They got the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, college basketball, NHL to UFC. Head to betonline.ag right now. And don't forget to use promo code BLEAV. That's BLEAV for your welcome bonus on your first deposit. It's Bet Online. The game starts here. Steve Hissington, get back in your hole. I don't think he's out there. JR sent me a message today because I told him about the snake pooping everywhere. And then I said something about, he said like Merry Christmas to Huff or whatever. And he's like, keep that snake in its cage, okay, fella? I'm like, ooh, that's what she said. Wait, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't want to see that snake. Get it away from me. Are you talking about my penis or an actual snake? Either way. Anyway, let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! And now, here are the headlines.
We've talked about this a few times this year, and now data's coming out that robots from China's, big startup. It really came out of nowhere. This startup company that is developing robots in China, well, they're starting to mass produce now, as of a few weeks back, and they're outpacing Tesla by, I think they're about a year ahead. Now, that being said, that's not necessarily a good thing to be the first. You want to be accurate. You want to be the one that it's not about quantity, it's about quality type of thing. But they're jumping ahead, and Tesla's about a year behind them. Tesla's anticipating about end of 2025, early 2026 that they plan on mass producing. I'm a little fine with Tesla taking their time on that. Look what they've done with Cybertruck. Cybertruck looks like, well, by the way, there's a few Cybertrucks in around where I live, not in my neighborhood, but like I'm driving around North Thornton up here, and I've seen a couple of, I don't know if it's the same one, they just get it rewrapped, but I saw one the other day and it was like this dark blue wrap on it. It looked like a fucking Lego. It really did. It looked like somebody, it does look like one of those things that when you're a kid, you're like, I'm gonna draw a truck. And it's just a bunch of straight lines and just goofiness, right? I don't understand the appeal, but there's constantly recalls being put out on the Cybertruck because there's so many fucking issues. Just because you want to get something out there doesn't mean you should, because I feel like that's more of an embarrassment. I feel like that's bad publicity to put a product out there and go, well, we got to bring it back in because we got to get this fixed, this fixed, this fixed. That's embarrassing for Tesla. So take your time with the fucking robots. I don't want to like I'm actually going to own one. But if I owned a Tesla robot, it's in my house. It's making me breakfast and folding my laundry and servicing me in some fashion. We'll get to that in a second. I don't want to have a recall come back and say, we need your Tesla robot back at the shop because it needs this upgrade. If it doesn't get the upgrade, it's going to saw off your penis in the middle of the night. Fuck, get it right, then put it out. Jeez, who's testing these things? Like the Cybertruck, like test the fuck out of it. Test the fuck out of it. Put out, give it to like 100 employees and tell them to use it and abuse it and document it. There's so many software companies that do that with their software, and they have every keystroke is documented so they can figure out what causes bugs. I have a buddy that does that. And it's got to be fucking boring as shit, but do the same fucking thing. Put some sort of analyzer in the vehicle that is documenting everything in there before it actually gets mass produced into the public, and everybody's like, complaining about it and getting these bad publicity. Why would anybody want a Tesla Cybertruck? It looks fucking ridiculous and it has tons of issues. So take your time, Elon Musk, on these robots, okay? Don't be trying to really compete by getting it out, quicker. Just get it out right. And Elon, if you really want to take the jump ahead of China when it comes to robots, get working genitalia on your robots. I'm just saying. That's the way it needs to be. Oh, yeah, your robot can fold laundry, make dinner, wash your car. That's beautiful. A Tesla robot can suck your balls dry. How about that? It can bring your wife to orgasm, finally, right? Stuff like that. Could you imagine, though? Be like, if you have the Tesla robot in the middle of the night, you just hear this.
Warning, orgasm alert. Warning, orgasm alert.
Woo! Mama's using the robot. That would be great. Daddy's using the robot too. Oh boy, they both have them. Daddy's in the basement, Mama's in the bedroom. Either way, the orgasm alerts are going off. That's great. But all joking aside, it's just China, yes, it's probably going to be great. I don't really know how comfortable I would be having a robot in my house doing tasks, but that just tells you where we're headed. We're such a lazy society. We're as brilliant as these things are, the individuals building them, the engineers, whether it's software or just the physical building engineers of these products, they're working their tails off. They're using their minds. But what ends up happening is while they are, sweating, bleeding to produce this product, what happens is the consumer is just getting lazy with it. It's just like, oh, great. That's one less thing for me to have to do. I don't have to service my wife anymore. I don't have to service my husband anymore. Oh, great. Yeah. That's as much as I joke about that, that's where we're headed to. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to jerk you off. To get the robot to do it. Okay. I don't know. The robot's kind of rough. Do you want me to jerk you off? Can you be gentle? Put it on soft setting. You pressed hard setting. No, I hit soft. Anyway, that's a great visual for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. And to all the new listeners out there, hey, what's up? We're talking about robots jacking you off. Oh my God.
Warning, orgasm alert. Warning, orgasm alert.
You have a massive erection.
Oh, Lord, I do. Okay, anyway. This seems like a no-brainer. And it's kind of, making some waves. I don't think anybody's against this that I've read because it makes so much sense, especially business-wise. An Ohio funeral home has applied for a liquor license. I think that's a good idea because if they can be slinging shots, that allows the funeral home to make more revenue and make it a little bit. I know this sounds like it's kind of a creepy conversation, but what it does is it allows the people that are grieving to not have to worry about going somewhere else. Be like, you have the funeral here, now we're gonna go have something over somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it can keep it in one venue, and I think that's a good idea. So it's not a hilarious story, but I just saw that and I'm like, that makes sense. It makes sense. But it also kind of ties into this next story. An Austrian man has been charged with trying to smuggle a corpse after Croatian police stopped him with a dead woman sitting next to him in the car. That's so fucked up. So fucked up. Officers became suspicious of why his passenger was not communicating when he handed them their IDs. Your lady needs to start speaking up. I don't know. She's dead tired. Wonder how many jokes that guy made. And he was just like, she's dead exhausted. The man later admitted that the 83-year-old woman of whom he was legal guardian had died in Bosnia, but that he didn't want to go through the tiresome formalities of dealing with the corpse. Oh my God, what a fucking dick. A fucking horrible person. So I wonder how long he was driving around with her. It's disgusting. That's gross. Those two stories were not funny. Were not funny. I don't know why I put them in there. Listen, around this time of year, there's some weird. It's a weird lull. There's not that many great stories. So next thing you know, it's me talking about people using the carpool lane with a dead person in them as their passenger. But listen, to be honest, it doesn't say you can't. It doesn't say you can't. It probably does. Like the passenger must be living. Oh, fuck. This headline read, I have had 1,000 first dates. I expect a lot and dump men by automated email if they disappoint me. What a fucking bitch. Oh my God.
C-word alert. C-word alert.
I kind of did that funny, but holy crap. Seriously? You're going to be single the rest of your life if that's the way you go about things. You're going to be like 45 years old, drinking your wine with your girlfriends who are all married, and you're going to be like, I don't know why I can't find a good man. Maybe because you have dated over 1,000 dudes and there's always something wrong with them. And then in order to break up, you just send them a fucking automated email. Sorry, it didn't work out. Good luck on your future endeavors. What the shit? Listen, you got a false sense of reality. You're never going to find happiness if that's the way you go about your business. I imagine she has a laundry list of demands when she's dating somebody, and that's why she's dated over 1,000 dudes. Come on. If you're going out on a date with somebody and you find out that they've gone out with over 1,000 people, and then maybe you find out that this is how they break up with you, or just tell you that they don't want to go any further, is with an automated email, doesn't that automatically end the possibilities of you wanting to go further in that relationship? I wouldn't want to go deal with that. But like, why? Why do I want to be part of the statistics? That's ridiculous. You're just another notch on the wall, essentially. And she's going to die a lonely person. Is that too harsh to say? Does that hurt somebody's feelings because I said that? But that's fucking factual. If you sit there and go, I expect this laundry list of, demands that I want in a significant other. Nope, doesn't meet them. Yeah, they meet this one, they meet this one, but ultimately, no. I need all the boxes checked. Good luck. I don't know how many times, like in your mind, before you find that special someone, in your mind you have this idea of what they should be, and then you find the person that just tugs at your heart, and just you're like, it's different. It's not different in a bad way. You're like, well, they don't like what I like, technically. Like my wife, when I met her, she was really into like heavy metal and God knows, Insane Clown Posse. What the fuck? Weird shit like that. And I was into country at the time. Total opposites, right? But that's just the way it goes. And finding happiness is finding happiness in the quote unquote imperfections of life. This lady's going to be lonely until she needs therapy. Listen, I don't say that very often. This bitch needs therapy. Holy shit. She's going to be sitting there going, yeah, he's nice to me. He, bought me dinner and he rubs my shoulders. He really listens well. But, he doesn't make, $1 million a year. So I can't be with that. Oh my God. Bitch. Hey, real quick, listen up, Denver. Remember this name, Game Time PDR. PDR stands for Paintless Dent Repair. If you need to get that hail damage fixed from back in May, you need to check out Game Time PDR. They are going to fix you up. The team at Game Time PDR is located in Denver. They're very trustworthy. They specialize in paintless dent repair, which saves the integrity of your vehicle, restores the value back into the vehicle. To celebrate the end of hail season and those procrastinators out there, they're offering a $200 gift card just to get your vehicle fixed. Game Time PDR has an expert claims specialist on staff to take the hassle out of dealing with insurance claims and makes it a seamless process. Game Time PDR is going to pay your deductible up to $1,000, but they need to see the vehicle in order to qualify. They're able to pay your deductible, by the way, because they work and advocate for the customers first before the insurance company. Game Time PDR's expertise and experience are unmatched. They have over 30 years of experience in the industry. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say right now. And they have some of the best technicians on the fucking planet. Call Anthony right now, 303-955-8200. Again, 303-955-8200. And you can schedule that evaluation. It's Game Time PDR, the MVP in dent repair. You know what we need to do is jump into some sports.
When it comes to tight ends, going deep in long balls, this guy knows his stuff.
He has followers, and not just on Twitter.
It's Sports with Duh.
Oh, man. Talking about relationship issues, Shedeur Sanders came out on social media and said, all y'all athletes, entertainers, artists, etc., if y'all genuinely trying to holler at Travis Hunter, y'all know how to get in touch with him or someone around him. At this point, y'all just posting for the algorithm, trying to look cool. He's talking about everybody bagging on Travis Hunter's girlfriend or fiance because people are throwing up red flags. Be like, the way she's acting, the way she had to be nudged to stand up at the Heisman when he was awarded it. There's all these other red flags. Apparently, she was complaining when he was at an event where he was taking pictures with fans, and she was complaining that she wanted to go, didn't know why they had to be there. In regards to Shedeur, I appreciate the fact that he's standing with his guy in defending him. But I gotta, there's two answers to that. Yes and no. Yes, it does help spread the word of your show / profile if you mention Travis Hunter and maybe you take a shot at his fiance and what's going on with them. Because everybody can relate in some fashion. You're either on Travis Hunter's side or you're sitting there going, dude, there's some red flags. And the other answer is no. Sometimes I wrote this down last night. I woke up at like say 2:00 in the morning, just randomly had to go back to bed, but I was having a hard time. So I wrote, sometimes the clearest way to see the view is by stepping back. While someone may be clowning on him and his girlfriend, some are saying they see red flags because they have been in that exact same position, a position you can't see when you're so close. Shedeur needs to focus on the reality that that he might be too close to this. And that's all. That's all that anybody's saying. And it's just straight up facts. I think I'm sure there's some people that are being malicious about it on social media. I don't see everything. Obviously, I'm not being tagged on these things like Shedeur might be, as well as Travis is. Travis shut down his Instagram account because of all the haters out there. But sometimes, you guys know this, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's something burning there that needs some attention. Does it mean that she's a horrible person? No. But there's something. But again, this is outside perspective. The optics, based on everything I've seen, everything I've read, says that there's some red flags. Doesn't mean that he needs to walk away from her. No. But it does mean that maybe he does need to take a step back and look at it from everybody else's perspective. He's a young man. He's got a big future in front of him. I would hate for that to go to waste. Because this is a moment where it's perfectly acceptable for him to be selfish. Be selfish in your career as it starts. If somebody is dragging you back from success, you got to walk away from that. If that's the case. If it's not, and it's just people just jumping on the bandwagon of hate with her, then just try to ignore it. But if he does see some red flags, he needs to sit down and talk to her. Be like, listen, They're saying all this shit. I didn't believe it at first. Now I'm starting to realize it. If you want this to continue, you need to work on your shit. Because I don't need that in my life. He can be a great impact on society, not just because he's going to be a great NFL player, but with that success of being in the NFL, he can turn around and help others with charities and stuff like that. That's what I mean. It's just like there's a lot of good that he can do by accomplishing in the NFL. And it would be terrible if one his dreams of being a star are stifled because of somebody that's allegedly being selfish. So I appreciate that Shedeur is defending him, but if he sees those red flags too, maybe he's too close to the situation. He needs to step back. Does he actually see the red flags? If he sees them and doesn't say anything, then he's being a bad friend, a bad teammate. So again, this is all outsiders looking in. And it would be so fucked up if you were in Travis Hunter's position. Like, we don't know all the facts. But the optics seem like she's kind of, a problem. I don't know. Speaking of Shedeur, though, he needs to focus on the reality that he might not go to the Raiders. Raiders won yesterday, beating, I believe it was the Jaguars. Jaguar. And that's not helping his plans to go to Las Vegas. So I'm curious, unless, like, if they lose the number one spot and they go to 2, 3, whatever it is, and they miss out on Shedeur, they may have to spend some money and, give up some draft capital in order to get him. And are they willing to do that? They might be. They might be. But I'm curious of what happens if Shedeur doesn't go there. Where does he go? And is he and Dion going to pull a hissy fit about it? Which is going to kind of taint his legacy. Although Eli did that because wasn't he originally going to be a Charger? Then his daddy stepped in, and then he became a Giant. And then look, he accomplished a lot with the Giants. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when it comes to that. By the way, I posted on Twitter who should win the offensive rookie in the rookie of the year in the NFL. As of right now, I put Jayden Daniels, Bo Nix, and then other. Nobody has voted for other, which I kind of knew would be the case because, I was just trying to be nice. But it really is between Jayden Daniels and Bo Nix. Now, a lot of people in Denver are leaning heavy on excuse me, on Bo Nix. I think that's a little silly. Jayden Daniels, as of right now, according to my poll, is winning with 58.8%. Bo Nix, 41.2%. I think that's the way to go. I know you want to be a good Bronco fan and say that Bo Nix should win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but that's just silliness. That's just making you look stupid. I know a few people in Denver media that have said that, and it makes you look bad when you say something like that. I posted on Twitter the categories or the stat by stat matchup. And everything, Jayden Daniels is beating Bo Nix as far as statistics, right? With the exception of they've played the same amount of games and they've both thrown for 22 touchdowns. But when you look at it, completion percentage, Jayden Daniels 69.7, Bo Nix 64.3. Passing yards, Daniels 3303, Bo Nix 3235. They're pretty close on all these things. Passing yards for every attempt, 7.6 for Daniels, Nix 6.4. Passing yards per game, Daniels 220.2, Bo Nix 215.7. See, it's not like a really lopsided. It's fairly close, but Daniels 8 interceptions thrown, Nix 11. Passer rating, this is the big lopsided. Rating of 101.3 for Daniels. Bo Nix is 87.7. Rushing attempts, Daniels has a significant amount more, 128 versus 78. Rushing yards, Jesus Christ, Jayden Daniels has 737 yards rushing to Bo Nix's 352. That's the big difference. He has 6 rushing touchdowns to Nix's 4. And I think that alone tells you that Jayden Daniels, Tim responded, he said, I'm a Broncos fan, and Daniels put it away yesterday, no doubt. Yeah, Daniels looked really fucking good. You tell me, maybe I'm missing something, but unless Daniels just shits the bed the last 2 games of the season and Bo Nix just balls out and goes nutty, then things could change. But I don't think there's really a debate right now. It's Jayden Daniels. It's his to lose, right? It's not Bo Nix. It's not Bo Nix. As much as I like Bo Nix and respect what he's done, and he shouldn't be ashamed of what he's accomplished so far this season. But when you look at Offensive Rookie of the Year, it's pretty fucking simple. That's a Jayden Daniels thing. That's his. That's his. He owns it. He owns it. Before we get into the mailbag real quick, if you're running a business and need help with the back of the house, you need someone with experience and is trustworthy. You need the Kirkwall Group. They got over 30 years of experience. Richard and the Kirkwall Group, I was just talking to Richard the other day. Such a good dude. They understand that you and your business deserve someone who's efficient, timely, accurate, cost-effective, focused on your success, and is working to save you money. Kirkwall Group can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting, management services, like CFO, controller, accounting manager, projects and support, as well as tax planning and preparation. Oh my God, that's right around the corner, isn't it? Oh man, they got, whether it's income, property tax, sales, and use tax. What you need to do, go right now. It's pretty easy. Kirkwallgroup.net. Kirk as in Captain Kirk. My God. That kind of Kirkwall Group, and see everything they can do for you and your business. Check them out. Again, kirkwallgroup.net. You're going to get a free 30-minute consultation. It's Kirkwall Group. We count what counts for you. Speaking of counting what counts for you, that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This comes in from Greg. It says, in honor of Festivus, from Seinfeld, George Costanza's dad. He came up with Festivus. What's your biggest grievance, and do you have any feats of strength? I would have to say people in the media that are one-dimensional. I really like it when there's somebody, not everybody agrees with me on this, but this is the way I look at it. I love it when I follow, say, a sports figure, a media member, and like Cecil Lammey, he'll talk about Superman, stuff like that. I like that. I don't want them getting into politics. That's bad. I don't want that. Garth Brooks did that today. He said something about, he's talking about, boycotting the inauguration for Trump. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody wants to hear your political views unless that's your bread and butter, unless that's what you do. That's your gig. Otherwise, nobody wants to hear it. I want to listen to you for your music. That's it. And if you want to talk about like real life, uh, bubblegum and popcorn type of stuff, I'm fine with that. What's your favorite movie? Oh, great. Yeah. I like that. Don't be sharing your political views. And definitely don't be telling people to boycott shit. That's just going to ruffle way too many feathers. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. But the people that are not afraid to, it's really weird. I talk to a lot of people that I used to work with, and they'll send me text messages about certain things that I talked about during the show, and they're like, "Dude, that was hilarious. I love that you were talking about the drones or something like that. The New Jersey drones, right?" But then you look at their timeline; they don't ever talk about it. They don't even like, dude, this is so bizarre in New Jersey. You don't have to give an opinion. You can just say something as generic as that. This is really weird. At least you're being real. I don't want to hear the politics because that is such a hot and cold thing and just stirs up negativity, right? One side versus the other. It's really disgusting and it really just makes you cringe. But be real on shit. Real. I like that. Again, not everybody agrees with me on that, but those people can, suck a big fat one. And when I say fat one, I mean a giant fucking cock. But a lot of people will get backlash on it, so I kind of understand in a way. You're like, I don't follow you so I can get your recipes for barbecue. I follow you so I can get insight on the Denver Broncos. Stuff like that. I get it. I get it. Another thing that I would have a grievance for, if you're going to buy your buddy a gift, get him something that he really wants. Not like, here's this baseball card, blah, 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 blah. Or, I got you these new tongs for your grill, blah, 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 blah. Get him something that he really wants, like a fucking pocket pussy, okay? Or have the fellas chip in and get a lifelike sex doll. Stuff that it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Come on, really? I made a joke on on Twitter. What did I say? It said something about like nobody gives you the oh Jesus. I'm ruining it by doing this. Oh yeah. JR responded with a gift. I said, why haven't I received a gift card for a hole in the wall massage place? I have tension that needs to be released. Seriously, if I got one of those, be like, huh. It says uh full release guaranteed or something like that. That would be great. Come on. That would be fantastic. The guy you'd see your buddy one day and be like, hey, thanks for meeting us for drinks. You look really fresh and vibrant. Yeah, I just turned in my my gift card. It was great. They are so delicate. Who would have thought going in a back alley in downtown Denver would result in so much happiness and stress relief? It was weird though that I had to be blindfolded, but I don't care. Don't care. Kind of added to it. I am loose as a goose. That's weird. That's inappropriate. Can't believe you said that. You guys are gross. And kind of going back to the whole Elon Musk Tesla sex doll, as much as we joke about it, if he did put like detachable penises on there or a working vagina, people would be mad about it at first. At first, those things would be flying off the shelves. Or if it was an option to upgrade, come on, come on. The majority of the people spouting off would be the ones that would be, clamoring at their credit card. Where's my credit card? Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Woohoo! Yeah. Daddy gonna get some. We act like sex is this taboo thing. We all like to do it. Whether it's with other people or by ourselves, jacking it. Who cares? Gosh. so if you don't like to have sex, there's something traumatic happened to you, and you need to go to see a therapist. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but if nothing traumatic happened to you, it's just like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Don't know. Maybe I should have left that part out because somebody's gonna be like, yeah, I was at a paddleball championship back in '74. And I beat these guys. Next thing you know, they shoved the paddle up my ass. I've been pooping pancakes ever since. That's from Beer Fest, roughly. I paraphrased something like that. Anyway,
That is one big pile of shit.
it looks like a pancake. Anyway, all right, guys. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, unless you're listening to this on Christmas Eve. But either way, I'm going to be busting out an episode tomorrow. I plan on taking a day off on Wednesday, but since I did one on Sunday, doing one today on Monday, Tuesday, skip Wednesday, I'll do back on schedule for Thursday. But tomorrow's episode is going to be more Christmassy themed, I guess. So if you've had a weird gift given to you or you know of a weird gift, send it to me. Send me the info. We can have some fun with that. I have some stories that I can share that I've read about as well as things that I've received in the past. But we can have some fun. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com, as well as at DeHuff Podcast on socials. And anything that you want to share with me, I love it, love it, love it. You guys have an amazing day. Let's continue to move forward. Big thanks to Kirkwall Group, as well as Game Time PDR, and of course, Bet Online. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward.